Howdy folks, it's Doc's Market Minute for Wednesday, April 22nd. I'm looking at Tesla here, and Tesla was a very aggressive whale entry that I made a couple of weeks ago. Now again, what a whale trade is basically a stock that everybody's forgotten about, that's sitting beneath the surface, that's kind of under everybody's radar. Tesla was kind of pulling back over the last few months, and you can see that this is clearly in a weekly downtrend. So it's very choppy downtrend, and everybody, a year and a half ago, Tesla was on everybody's mind, and it's really been forgotten over the last 6 months or so. So this is the type of stock that I want to get and look for breakouts from, because these are the types that are underneath the surface and can pop up just like a whale and pop above the surface and create these dramatic breakouts. So what we had a tremendous amount of energy on the monthly and weekly and at the time the daily chart as well too. So when we have this condition, we have a stock that's very, very likely to go moving. And it's also one that everybody's forgotten about. So when it does move, all of a sudden it gets a lot of attention. And Tesla's been in that camp now for the last couple of weeks since we took the breakout entry right above this trend line here. So once it broke above the trend line, we were in this very aggressive entry. Now, what makes this more aggressive than any other whale entry is the fact that the chart was in a weekly downtrend. So trends like this don't necessarily die that quickly. They don't just reverse and go straight back up again. A lot of times what can happen in a weekly downtrend is you'll see an occasional pop back up again, only for the trend to resume once more. So this is more of an aggressive entry again, but all I'm looking for is just my fair share and a small part of this breakout from this descending pattern. Now, when it did break out, the expected move on the option chain for the May cycle was up to about 225. So that's where I set up my trade, was a 220, 225 vertical call spread, a debit spread. And it's almost reached its potential. It's very, very close to 100% return right now. I do want to be cautious because potentially I'm showing exhaustion on this chart. But what I also like is that this has got the look of a typical flag pattern. We have the big gap and breakout. This is a runaway gap. And then as the chart gets into exhaustion, what happens next is a beautiful little flag pattern. This is gorgeous. This is exactly the type of pattern that I want to see a stock consolidate in, getting ready for the next push. So usually flag patterns show up about halfway through a move. So I would expect this to certainly hit that expected move target up here, maybe about 2.25, maybe take out this prior swing high, which would be very positive constructively for Tesla. So we'll see where it goes, but that's my whale for today. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.